I started shooting surf photos from the water in the early 2000s. I think it was around 2001 or 2002 I got my first custom built water housing from Dave Kelly. Back then you had to send away your camera and lens for 4 weeks, and Mr. Kelly would hand build this amazing contraption, and it allowed me to take my photography into the ocean. When that water housing arrived on my doorstep a month later, I opened the box and my mind instantly opened to the possibilities that I now had. I was that stoked. This housing got me well and truly started and excited. I started getting my images published in Pacific Longboarder, Slide Magazine and Australian Longboarding Magazine on a regular basis, all with this housing and a 20mm prime lens attached to a EOS 30 film camera. When the digital era kicked in, the surf mags were slow to accept digital files. They preferred the slide film for much longer than the rest of the photography media world. So I didn't replace this housing with a digital version for longer than what you would think. It might have been late 2005 or 2006 that I invested in the original Canon 5D, and then soon after that upgraded the housing to an Aquatex so I could shoot digital in the water. And what a massive game changer that was. Before, I would swim out with a maximum of only 36 images to shoot with my roll of Velvia slide film. But all of a sudden, with my digital camera housed, I was swimming out with hundreds of images to burn. And better still, it didn't cost me $2 every time I pulled the trigger like it did with my film camera. This meant I could go out more often and improve my craft much quicker. You younger crew don't know how good you've got it with the ability to shoot on motor drive for as long as you like, all day, every day. Back then, surf photographers had to be super selective to the shots that they took and the days they would choose to go out and swim. The Aquatex housings were so reliable and very easy to control while in the water. Later in 2013, when I upgraded to the Mark III, I also upgraded my housings to suit that camera. And I used this housing for both my 5D Mark III and my 7D Mark II. And actually, I'm still using it today. I think it's actually almost time for an upgrade to fit my new EOS R. But really, these things are almost indestructible. All three of my housings are still in good working order. My friend who is getting right into water photography still uses the red one that houses the 5D on the daily basis. The investment may be high for some people, but the value of these things are far beyond the camera that you invest in. The resale of the housings are also fairly strong, and you'll be delivered with hours of fun and the ability to create images that the average photographer can't achieve. Aquatex are on the forefront with design and innovation with water housings, and Dave Kelly, I still believe, makes housings, custom housings for some of the world's best photographers. His work is really well respected. There are also a host of other brands that now make housings of their own, amazing versions of housings. So check out, what camera, what suits you, and more importantly, your way of shooting. This simple idea of a watertight case for a camera has been the tool that has led my career to so many cool jobs, amazing travel locations, and has opened up opportunities that I wouldn't have had without them. So thank you, water housings, and the crew that make them. I am forever grateful.